Hi folks, Pat here, and tonight I wanted to rant about Fast and Furious being on the back burner. Now, Fast and Furious will have another hearing on February 2nd where Eric Holder will once again appear in front of Congress and answer questions about what he knew or what whoever knew and when they knew it concerning Fast and Furious. And I want everybody to keep that date in mind because we need to follow this and make sure that Congress doesn't let up on this, because I'll give you an idea of the kind of response that Congress is getting from the Justice Department. And if this doesn't spin you up, it should. Now, I hate reading from notes, but I want to make sure I get what this nitwit, what the Assistant Attorney General said, in response to Congress's request that Darrell Issa's request that Eric Holder appear. I want to make sure I get it exactly right. Now, I'm quoting here. The individual's name, the Assistant Attorney General, is Ronald Welch, and he said, "It is difficult to see how the American people will be well served by yet another congressional hearing on this subject." Well, gee, Ronald, maybe that's because the previous congressional hearings didn't really get to the bottom of anything, did they? No, and I'm not sure if that's the fault of Congress or Darrell Issa as much as the fault of Eric Holder and his lack of knowledge on the subject, supposedly, and his really seeming lack of interest in getting to the bottom of this. Now, again, so this is what this guy said in response to Darrell Issa's request that Eric Holder appear. He is going to appear, by the way, but this was the response. And furthermore, this guy goes on to say, and I wish I was making this up, but I'm not. He goes on to say, "It is our sincere hope that the questioning during this hearing before your committee be conducted in a professional manner." He then goes on, I'm paraphrasing now, he then goes on to complain about the fact that the Attorney General was restrained during his answers last time on some questions that were asked in an unprofessional manner. I guess if that's the worst thing Eric Holder has to worry about is that these questions being asked in an unprofessional manner, he should be pretty happy because, after all, unlike the victims of this operation, he's alive. He doesn't have a grieving family waiting for him to come home when he never will. Now, and that's the real issue here. Again, remember, Fast and Furious, no matter how pretty they want to phrase it or how they want to say unproductive and unprofessional manner of the questioning, remember what this operation did. It took illegal weapons, sent them into Mexico, where they ended up in the hands of criminals. Now, these same criminals, armed with automatic and semi-automatic weapons, right, killed our border agents who were armed with beanbag weapons. Now again, this is our government sending our people into combat equipped with beanbag weapons, while our same government is equipping our enemies with automatic weapons. Seems a little unfair. And for these guys to get their panties in a bunch because they're worried about the questions being asked in an unprofessional manner kind of makes me sick. Now, just to wrap this up in all its absurdity, to finish my Ronald Welch's quotes, and I think Ronald Welch, he probably should, the one thing he does demonstrate is that Eric Holder isn't the only Looney Tunes in the Justice Department, and Ronald Welch probably has to start looking for a new job too. But he says the American people are entitled to a more thoughtful and recent display on these critical issues. Ronald and Eric, what the American people are entitled to is the truth. What our young men and women in uniform are entitled to is being treated fairly by our government, not being lied to, not being led to their death, not to have their fate put in the hands of people who are truly, truly, truly incompetent. And folks, so let's not forget about Fast and Furious. Let's keep February 2nd on our minds. Don't let this become a side issue. It bugs me to no end that the Justice Department can't find time to figure this out, but they can go into the states and fight states' rights and fight voter registration and fight illegal alien legislation and fight all this stuff, but they can't police their own. And so that's my rant for tonight, and I really appreciate you listening. Bye now.